Hi, this is Far Amazing Adventures, and today I want to talk about my time in Rome, Italy, the Vatican, and Pompeii in the year 2019. So, as we continue, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on all notifications so you won't miss out on anything. My trip to Italy in 2019 was actually my second time. First time was in 2006. When I got there, I booked a hotel because it was late, went to sleep. The next day, I woke up, grabbed my camera, and I was ready to go. This is the streets of Italy. It's fairly early in the morning. Now that, as you can see in the picture, it was fairly crowded, but it wasn't that bad. So I continued on and head to my first stop, which is the Museum of Leonardo da Vinci. In this fabulous museum, there's a lot of things and models that are displayed that are actually replicas of Da Vinci's ideas or proposed inventions. They always say Leonardo da Vinci was a man that was way too ahead of his time. Now, there are some things he created and even drew out that, at his time people actually accepted and, took his ideas. Now, there are other things he proposed and came up with that they were so far advanced that they didn't even have the technology or the resources to even create them. This strange proposed diving suit from Leonardo da Vinci appears to be a man with two elephant trunks or two tentacles from his mouth. It was made for breathing. Just like any other things that he proposed, it was way too ahead of its time. After I was done with the Leonardo da Vinci Museum, I left and decided to go to my next stop, which is the Roman Forum. As I went, on the streets, everywhere I looked, there was a lot of ancient ruins. The first stop was actually the column of Marcus Aurelius. As I passed the column of Marcus Aurelius, I came to this area here. This area is either a marketplace or a courtyard. As I passed through here, there was a lot of rubble all over the ground. When I first came to this place, I actually thought this was actually a Roman wine cellar, but later on I found out it was actually a prison. After I passed through the ancient prison sector, I ended up in the main side of the Roman Forum, next to Palatine Hill. In this sector, there are a lot of rubble columns, temples, gardens, statues, and cobblestone roads that are in amazing condition. Also, when I got to this sector, the crowd definitely picked up, especially I was getting close to the Colosseum. Yeah, this is me, and yes, I made a mistake of wearing black pants during the summertime in Rome, Italy. Of course, the weather really wasn't that bad, especially for the month of June, but next time I'll wear something more suitable for the hot climates. This is a garden. It has actually many statues and a well, but it was just an amazing sight to see. This temple right here is the Temple of Romulus. I briefly went inside, then left, but it's a museum with a lot of ancient artifacts, and also more noticeable are its bronze doors that are in amazing condition. As I headed to the end of the Roman Forum, I reached a gate-like structure called the Arch of Titus, which I briefly stayed, took pictures of its highly decorated carvings, and left, and went to another site called Circus Maximus. This is Circus Maximus, and this too was briefly visited as I came, took a photo of its ruins, and headed back to see the Colosseum. Circus Maximus, Latin for largest circus, was an ancient Roman chariot racing stadium. It was the first and largest stadium in Rome and could accommodate over 150,000 spectators. Now a park, remnants of the stadium can still be seen. I headed back to see the Colosseum, and while I was there, to the left of the Colosseum, I saw the Arch of Constantine. The Arch of Constantine is a little similar to the Arch of Titus, but not as decorated. Here is the famous Roman Colosseum. Back in 2006, I was here. Then, finally got to go see the Colosseum again in 2019. Who knows, I may return again for the third time, fourth, or even fifth time. Time will tell. As the sun set and the night took over the day, I left my hotel while taking a break to take night photos of the surrounding areas. I came back to the Colosseum and the Gate of Constantine to take night photos of them. Here I'm again at night in front of the Colosseum, and while I was there, I had two men dressed as Roman soldiers take my picture. You ever go to Rome, you may have people try to take photos of you in front of historical places in exchange for payment. That happened here, but for this special selfie in front of the Colosseum at night, I was like, why not? So I paid them, and the photos turned out to be legendary. Up close photos of the Colosseum at night, all lit up. I spent a long time walking around at night, exploring and taking photos that I didn't realize the Colosseum closed, so I wasn't able to go in. Back in 2006, I was able to go inside the Colosseum, but this time in 2019, I missed the opportunity. In the beginning, I was talking about staying in a hotel. This is the hotel that I stayed in. It really wasn't that expensive, and it was fancy. So after my walk through the Roman Forum and the Colosseum visit, I woke up the next morning so I can see the Vatican. Walking down the street that slowly but surely became busy, I finally came to my destination, which is the Vatican, the world's smallest country. This is St. Peter's Basilica within the Vatican. In front of it is St. Peter's Square. I was here in 2006, and at that time, St. Peter's Square was a lot more crowded than in 2019. I also remember in 2006 within the Vatican halls that seemed to go on forever. I did not have a chance to see the Sistine Chapel, but in 2019, I did see the Sistine Chapel, but wasn't allowed to take photos in there. And this is the ceiling and in the inside of St. Peter's Basilica. After leaving the Vatican and returning to Italy, I briefly visited the Spanish Stairs in Rome. This is one of the movie scenes of the movie Roman Holiday starring Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck. This is Trevi Fountain. After seeing the Trevi Fountain, I also went by to see the Pantheon. Now, don't mistake it as the Parthenon in Greece, but this area was a very amazing spot. It was too crowded, so I wasn't able to go in. Next site is the Castle of St. Angelo. This place too was the site of a movie scene from Roman Holiday, starring Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck. I never got a chance to go inside this castle in 2006, but in 2019 I did, only at night. As I set it to the top of the castle, the sun started to set and the lights of the castle came on. This castle had a lot of stairs that spiraled up, and as I got close to the top, I took a lot of amazing photos of the well-lit castle, its hallways, and its small courtyards. This particular room here, someone got on my case for taking photos because it had hand-drawn pictures on its walls and ceilings. Just like the Sistine Chapel, the flash of the camera are known to negatively affect the paint. After that person got on my case for taking photos in that particular room, I told them I was sorry and I was not aware or informed about taking photos in that particular room. I finally made it to the top of the castle, and up there was a very nice restaurant. It was closed because it got late, but next time if I ever come back, it will be during the daytime. My final destination is Pompeii, located in Naples, Italy. When I entered in this ancient city, I was very amazed of how everything was in a good condition, especially when it was covered by a volcanic eruption. As I continued, I saw many sites within the city, like amphitheaters, statue like this of Atlas, stores, marketplaces, restaurants, and roads that still show scars of horse wagons passing over it. Here's a picture of Mount Vesuvius in the background. Pompeii, an ancient city, was frozen in time. Has a lot of sites that are amazing condition, that even to the point they look like they never have been touched. Other places, however, have been partially destroyed or in ruins. Here's a Roman bathhouse. Even though it has some little ruins in there, it's still standing the test of time. Here is a picture of a Roman courtyard. On the ground there is a mosaic floor that looks like it has never been touched. There is a gate covering the entrance to this courtyard to preserve it. Even though I was never able to go inside or through the gate, I put my camera through the bars of the gate so I can get a better picture. Here's a courtyard pretty much in the center of Pompeii and has Mount Vesuvius in the background. It also has a bronze statue of a centaur. There are many like them, but these are bodies of people and animals preserved by the ashes of the volcanic eruption. Long ago, when they first started excavating Pompeii, they would find many cavities throughout the city, many which would have bones inside of them. So they had an idea of pouring plaster in these cavities. After the plaster dried up and cured, later it would reveal bodies of people and animals. After Pompeii, I took a bus tour to go up Mount Vesuvius. The bus got to a certain point, then I had to get out and do a short hike to get to the summit. This here is an old dried up lava bed, and there's many like it in various places. Mount Vesuvius has erupted several times even after destroying Pompeii and its sister city, Herculaneum. Finally got to the very top of Mount Vesuvius. Here I saw the wildflowers and the very green vegetation of the mountain. Also saw Naples, Italy, and the Mediterranean Sea below. This is the caldera of Mount Vesuvius. When I was here in 2006, there was steam coming out from the vents and this caldera. But this time in 2019, it was all calm. Alright, that wraps it up. If you got any questions, comment below. If you love adventure, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on all notifications so you won't miss out on anything. Until then, I'll see you later.